The world of Korean dramas is filled with iconic couples, but only a few can deliver chemistry as strong as Yeon Seok and Chae Soo. Not just on screen, their warmth feels real even when the cameras stop rolling. Their gentle gazes, meaningful smiles, and natural laughter are proof that they share something special, a bond that goes beyond mere co-stars. It all began when they were paired in an emotionally charged romantic drama. Initially, many doubted whether two actors with different acting styles could build such a strong dynamic. However, from the moment they first locked eyes during the script reading, everything changed. There was something in the way Yeon Seok looked at Chae Soo, an effortless gaze that seemed to say the world belonged only to them. Soo, known for her cheerful and spirited personality, appeared completely at ease by Yeon Seok's side. Meanwhile, Yeon Seok, who is more reserved and charismatic, often smiled softly whenever Soo spoke enthusiastically. Their interactions were so natural that the staff and director often found themselves captivated by their moments together. Off-script, their chemistry became even more evident. During filming, there were many scenes where they had to maintain prolonged eye contact. Interestingly, even after the director yelled, "Cut!" they remained fixated on each other, as if the world still revolved around just the two of them. "Are you guys aware the camera's off, right?" teased a staff member, which was met with shy laughter from the pair. In interviews, Soo often chuckled when asked about Yeon Seok. "He always makes everything feel easier. Even when I'm nervous, he can calm me down with just one smile." Meanwhile, Yeon Seok once admitted that Soo was a co-star who made him feel comfortable. "She has such a joyful energy. I often forget we're filming because it feels like talking to an old friend." Though they aren't a couple in real life, the moments between Yoo Chae have left a lasting impression on fans. From behind the scenes filled with laughter to meaningful gazes caught on camera, their closeness feels like an endless fairy tale. One of the most iconic moments for fans was during a drama promotional event. A reporter asked, "How does it feel working together?" Soo glanced at Yeon Seok, waiting for his answer. But Yeon Seok simply gazed at her for a long moment, smiled softly, and finally said, "It's enjoyable. So enjoyable that it feels hard to part." Soo-bin's gaze softened, and she laughed while trying to hide her slightly flushed face. Fans who watched this immediately went wild. Yoo Chae isn't just about the drama they starred in together. They are about gazes that speak louder than words, about warmth that can be felt even from a distance. They are about two actors who found comfort in each other, both on and off screen. For fans, Yoo Chae will always be a legendary pair, iconic, sweet, and timeless. And even if they walk different paths in real life, their story will live on in fans' memories forever. Time keeps moving, but the story of Yeon Seok and Chae Soo remains alive in fans' hearts. Their chemistry isn't just the result of hard work on set. It feels utterly natural. Every gaze, smile, and behind-the-scenes moment continues to be a hot topic among fans. After their drama ended, many wondered, are they still in touch? Do they still keep in contact? Despite being busy with their respective projects, Yeon Seok and Soo have been spotted attending the same events a few times. There were even moments when they mentioned each other's names in interviews, further convincing fans that their bond remains strong, even if they're no longer frequently seen together on screen. One of the most memorable moments for fans was when they attended the same awards ceremony. As Soo took the stage to accept her award, the camera caught Yeon Seok sitting in the audience, smiling proudly and clapping for her. But what stood out most was when Soo finished her speech. As she walked off the stage, her gaze accidentally met Yeon Seok's. No words were exchanged, just a small smile and a subtle nod from Yeon Seok that seemed to say, "I'm proud of you." That moment instantly went viral. Many fans believe that even if they aren't often seen together, there's a bond that remains unbroken, a bond that can't be put into words. One day, a production staff member shared an interesting story about a Yoo Chae reunion after their drama ended. "There was one time when we were filming for different projects, and coincidentally, they were both in the same building. Soo quietly visited Yeon Seok's set just to say hello for a moment. They talked briefly, laughed together, and then Soobin left with a radiant smile. It was such a sweet moment, the staff member revealed. Of course, fans went wild over this story. Was this just a casual meeting between two close friends? Or was there something deeper between them? Many fans hope they'll reunite in a new project. Whenever rumors of a new drama surface, the names Yeon Seok and Chae Soo are always mentioned as the most anticipated pairing. "I'd love to work with him again," Soobin said in an interview. "He's an incredible co-star, and I've learned so much from him." Yeon Seok also once said, "If there's an opportunity, I wouldn't hesitate to work with Soobin again. I'm sure our chemistry would only grow stronger." Their words have made fans even more eager for a Yoo Chae reunion on screen. Though the entertainment industry continues to evolve and new faces emerge, the story of Yeon Seok and Chae Soo will always be remembered. Their chemistry, both on and off screen, has left a deep impression. For fans, Yoo Chae isn't just a drama couple. They're a symbol of warmth, sincerity, and genuine connection. Perhaps one day, they'll reunite in a new project. Or maybe, without us realizing it, they've already created their own story behind the scenes, far from the spotlight. Whatever it is, one thing is certain. Yoo Chae will always remain an iconic pair that will never be forgotten. As time passes, the names Yeon Seok and Chae Soo continue to be mentioned in fan forums. Their chemistry is so strong that it's hard to forget. Every small interaction, whether on stage or off-screen, remains a hot topic of discussion. However, what surprised fans the most was when rumors began circulating that they would reunite in a new project. When news of a new drama project started leaking, fans immediately hoped for a Yeon Seok and Chae Soo reunion. Many began speculating. Is this finally the right time for them to work together again? Finally, the official announcement came. Yeon Seok and Chae Soo would star in a new romantic drama together. The hashtag Yoo Chae reunion instantly trended across social media platforms. Fans celebrated the news as if the world had brought them back together. At the press conference, the two sat side by side, smiling warmly as they always did. "I'm so happy to be working with Soobin again," Yeon Seok said, his eyes reflecting a sincerity that was hard to hide. Soobin, sitting beside him, simply smiled shyly. "I'm really looking forward to it too. Feels like coming home." Their words further solidified fans' belief that their relationship goes beyond just being co-stars. There's something deeper, a bond that can't be explained with words. During filming, their chemistry became even more captivating. Even when the cameras stopped rolling, they continued to talk comfortably, sharing laughs and occasionally teasing each other. One behind-the-scenes moment quietly caught by a fan's camera showed Soobin looking exhausted during a break. Without hesitation, Yeon Seok offered her a drink. The way he looked at her in that moment spoke volumes. "He's very attentive," a production staff member shared. "He always makes sure Soobin is okay, even when he's busy with his own scenes." It's no wonder their chemistry feels so real, not just in the drama but in their everyday interactions. After the drama aired and received overwhelming praise, many interviews touched on their relationship. During a talk show, the host playfully asked, "How do you feel seeing so many fans hoping you'll end up together?" Yeon Seok chuckled softly, then glanced at Soobin before answering, "I'm very grateful that so many people love our chemistry. I also feel very comfortable working with her." Soobin smiled and added, "I think we do have a good relationship, right?" She looked at Yeon Seok with an expression that was hard to interpret, and he simply nodded with a meaningful smile. Their answers were diplomatic, but their gazes hinted at something deeper, something only they could understand.